Alright, perfect. Is this it? Let's watch Stunt Double Pilots. Oh wait, I gotta add a description. Let me add a description. Let's see here. What shall we name this, guys? Oh my gosh, can everybody hear me? Alright, let's name this to... Let's see here. Let's watch Stunt Double Pilots. Let's play some tunes and jam together. Today's music is from the Stone Temple Pilots. Whoops. Stone Temple Pilots. Alright. Perfect. Changes saved. Category music. Alright, perfect. Well, everybody, welcome to the stream. This is what we do sometimes, not all the time, but this is Wednesday. And let me grab a guitar. Alrighty. How's everybody this morning? Holy cow. It's early morning. That's the way this is tuned. Alright. It's tuned a little bit low, but maybe it'll sound nice. Let me get the old tuner here. Alright. How do I change this tuning? Edit list. Oh, I can edit a list. Add. Alright. What's E? E standard, right? Admiral? All fourths? A modal? Oh man. How do I go to like 2 notes below D? Dadgad. Dadgad is the Jimmy Page who used that for his tune, what's it called? For Kashmir. That's what he used it for. I don't know if I'm being heard enough. I mean, the microphone's right here. And I don't know if I have to speak super loud into the microphone. Can everybody hear me? What's going on over there? Or if I just have to speak louder. It's super early. Let's see, drop C. I think this is what I'm in. Drop C. So let me try that. Alright, drop C. Let's see if I'm here. It says here I'm in D. Whoop. D, G. Alright, G. This is C. F. Kind of there. But this is in D. This is supposed to be in D also. Oh, because it's dropped. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it now. Alright, I'm a little bit confused. There you go, it's good, sounds nice. Whoops. Alright, cool. So, I mean, it's not like we're gonna, put it in standard, just because I don't want to go through all that trouble of having this here. But we are still going to use this tuning and play some Stone Temple Pilots. That's what we have for today. So let me go down to my web browser, look up some chords online. Alright, we're gonna learn creep first. Alright, how does everybody warm up when they play guitar? I kind of snoodle around and I play some scales. Noodling around playing some scales. Play some scales starting in the 6th string. Play some scales starting on the 5th string too. That's always fun. Going up, 2 octaves. always fun, right? Going up 2 octaves over here. You can always try to go up a 3rd octave, but sometimes it doesn't always work on guitar, at least from what I remember, But yeah, because once you hit certain octaves, like right here in G, for example, you'll end up here, but then you'll kind of not have enough room to continue that scale, in an ideal pattern that you would want. But yeah, anyhow, this guitar is dusty. I don't usually play a lot anymore. Dang, it's tragic. Alright, so let's get straight to it. Alright, so this is what I have. I have, for the introduction of Creep by Stone Temple Pilots. That was released on their album Core. I think it was released in 1994. I was alive at the time. I was super young. Creep. Okay, so the introduction I have is C, B7, and E minor. Does that make sense, right? C. Does that sound right? It sounds kind of weird. I think it sounds kind of weird only because of the tuning that I have the guitar in, because it's not in standard. All right. Well, let's just deal with it, okay? My hands in this. Let me move to the side a little bit. Now you can see my hands too. There you go. Okay, so that's the introduction, maybe. Forward yesterday makes me wanna stay. What they said was real, makes me wanna steal. Living under house, as I'm living, I'm a mouse. All I got is time, got no meaning, just a rhyme. There you go. That sounds kind of, sort of like it. I don't know. Are these chords accurate? All right, let's go to that bridge part. Take time with the wounded hand. All right, let's just figure out a little bit of that. What that melody is. This is in G, right? Yeah, looking from the chords. I mean, it's got the C, with the exception of the B7. The B7 should be a B minor here, but I mean, changing things up, no big deal. But the C, the E minor, the G, the A minor, and then there's a D later on in here. That's all part of those chords are all part of the C, the G major scale. So, like I said, with the exception of the B7, but I mean the B7 is just one of those fancy things to throw in to change things up and to build tension, adding the dominant 7 to the 3 chord, making it a major, So let's yeah. That's not right, is it? Forward yesterday makes me wanna stay. Do 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 do. kind of, sort of. Is it? Chat, somebody in the chat, help me out here. Let me see who's in the chat. Nobody's in the chat. Perfect. Alright, so let's keep going. Alright, perfect. Let's move on. Okay. Take time. Thing a little bit more just so that I can see everything on the screen. I only have one screen going on and it's very tiny. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Alright. Can everybody see my hand? Let's do this. Take time with the one in hand. Nice to you. Take time with the one in hand. That's what nice to hear. Okay, so that's that part, I guess. 'Cause it likes to hear, I like to steal. Alright, so this next part, there's a little riff to it, where it goes to the chorus. I'm half the man I used to be. Alright, so let's go to this little riff here. Let's see what that sounds like. Got a little pick. Alright, that's kind of how it goes, right? Maybe? Sort of like it. And then alright, so the chorus. I'm half the man I used to be. And the chords here, it says that they're A major, and B major. Is that really right? The major? No. I think it's talking about the power chords, the A and the root and the fifth here. You know, maybe does that sound right? Well, I'm half the man I used to be. I'm half the man I used to be. I'm half the man I used to be. Yeah, kind of, sort of, not really. Let's keep figuring this out. Alright, perfect. Okay. Let's try that from the beginning, I guess. Yesterday makes me want to stay. What's the lyrics? Alright, well, that was cool. Wasn't that nice? Yeah? We got a little bit of these chords going on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and do another search for another set of chords. See if they are any different. Because these are really nice. But for some reason, aside from obviously knowing that, we're not in standard tuning, they still sound weird. Okay, so this is from another website. Yep, and it's the same thing. C, B7, E minor. And it's, it's still the same thing. But except here when it goes to the bridge part, it's actually listing an A9 instead of an A minor, which is an A9. I mean, it's an A. It's not an A dominant ninth. That's not what you're hearing on the record. But what do they mean by A9? Because a lot of times when you go online and you look up chords that are written down or tablature written down by people, you'll see a lot of times people's own interpretations and their own they're trying to figure out these chords also. So their own interpretations of what the chords are, and sometimes some people don't know theory, so they'll just kind of make stuff up or just look up a chord online and be like, yeah, that looks like an A9. Whereas an A9, what it really is, you have your A chord, your root 35th, your A C sharp E, and when you add the dominant 7th there, that's your A7. But when you add the 9th, which is a major 9th, that's the distance, the interval between your root and this note, which in this case would be a B. That's your 9th. So when you add all that together, you get that, your root 3rd. We're gonna omit the 5th for right now. Your root 3rd, 7th, and your 9th. That's your A9. That's how that logic goes for when you're building chords. But in this case, in this website, what it has listed here is A9 as the, what is that? The root, the 5th, and the root. Alright, all in open position. So what it's listing here as the A9 is the root, the 5th, and the root. Which we already have names for those. Those are, what we colloquially call power chords. And it's an A5th, because that's the other note that you have aside from the root, the A. I guess that's it then. Perfect. Alright, difficulty beginner. We're playing some beginner tunes here. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. So, alright, well that's cool. That's pretty much it then. So, for everybody who was always wanting to know, let's review this then. The introduction is a C, B7, E minor. And with this B7, you can interpret it however you want and add whatever you want, because you're playing this tune. It's your arrangement based on however you want and however you like to do things. You can add the whole B7, or you can add less of it, focusing on the root 3rd and 7th. the E minor. I'd highly recommend playing that open G because that's, what gives the chord its little sad tone. It makes it a minor chord, it's the third. Don't omit that because it makes it sound nice. Okay, and then the verse. Forward yesterday makes me want to stay. That's the E minor. C major. And the B7. Part, pre-chorus part, however you want to call it. There's no real consistency to it lots of times. Your G, your A minor, your E minor, exiting that, the transition is the C and the D. Adding the third to that obviously would make it the D, D major, because this is the third, the F sharp. But hearing it myself, they're probably not playing that high E string, not playing the F sharp note. So don't play it if you don't want to, if it doesn't sound right, or if you want to be super accurate. But if you don't mind, not being accurate, then just whatever. Okay, so going to that transition part is the G, the A minor, the C, and then the D. Alright, perfect. Let's do that bridge part one more time, but this time we're gonna add the transition part. So we'll just do one bit of it. Take time. This little bit, it's going to be a little bit trickier, I guess, because of the arpeggios. If you wanted to learn them, if you ever wanted to learn them at any time. Alright, let's move the guitar forward. It's going to be an E minor, and it's going to be this, which is you have your F sharp, your A, and your E, is it's a D. It's a D9 over F sharp, because this is your D chord, your roots, this is your D chord. What am I thinking? This is your G, sorry. Alright, so this is your G, and then this is your E, this is your A, this is your F sharp. And then this is your G. G, B, D, G. And you can do a little chromatic passing tone thing. A sharp, G, B, A sharp, B. This note right here, which is the E, once again. So that little bit, it's just gonna arpeggio all that stuff. Pluck it individually, and then do the chromatic passing, and on E. perfect. And then you do your Scott Weiland interpretation, however best you can. Have the man I used to be. Feel as the dawn to be. Well, I'm half the man I used to be. I feel as the dawn to be. Half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Alright, sweet. Well, that was cool. That was way cool. Alright, perfect. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll be practicing that more so that we can get, more proficient at playing that tune. Let's get into another song, though. Another song by Stone Temple Pilots. Let's look up Plush from the same album. Plush. Alright, let's see here. Learning Plush. It's now easier with our app. Okay. Alright, is there a little introduction bit? Verse. Oh, what the heck? This isn't it. Or maybe it was and I just don't know it. Alright, let's look this up. Okay, so this looks good. This is in standard tuning. Oh wait, it says here that Chord was released in 1992. What? Have I been living a lie this whole time? What album was released in 1994 then? Was it the second one, Purple? Alright, so okay, look, this website has the chords. It also has ukulele. You can play this on ukulele if you want to. The Cavacow. Don't know what that is. Keyboard, tab, bass, drum, harmonics, flute, guitar pro, RTF. Cool. For those of you who don't use Word documents, I guess, or PDFs, or what other file formats are there for documents? There's a ton. Okay. So this is stating here, you're playing a G, a D over F sharp. F sharp, and an F, and then a C over G. Yeah, that sounds right. Doesn't it? And I feel so much depends on the weather. What? No, isn't there something else? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing. Oh wait, what is this? A D sharp raised seventh? What? What are these chords? Why is it making it so weird? What is this? On the fourth? Okay, so this is it. Alright. We're gonna look this up together. It's saying that it's gonna the D sharp raised seventh. Wait, to make sure I'm looking at the right one. Oh, excuse me, I was looking at the wrong. Okay, the D sharp raised seventh, okay? So this is starting on the 3rd fret. You're playing the 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6th fret, the 5th fret, the 3rd fret, and then the 6th fret again. So it looks like this. What's that? That's not a it's not a D sharp raised 7th, because that 7 plus, a lot of times it'll mean that either that note that it's indicating is going to be raised up a half step, because the symbol for Oh no, excuse me, that's wrong. It's gonna be the sharp symbol, which means that that note is gonna be raised by a half step. You see, this is why you gotta keep up with your music theory. The plus sign when you see chords, that means it's augmented. So that means that the fifth interval, the fifth in the chord, because you have your root, third, and fifth. Your root, third, fifth. Your fifth, that note is going to be raised a half step. So when you have that note raised a half step, you have this sounding chord. And so that's what it's saying here. That's this note, the fifth in this chord, is going to be raised up a half step. But the way it has this, I guess, man, this is looking weird. The way it has this this chord shaped, you have this note here, which, yes, this is your D sharp. Yeah, this is your third of the D sharp. This is not the what's it called? This is not a raised fifth, so this isn't an augmented chord. This, if we were gonna play, like your regular D sharp major, you would typically have this note be thrown in there, which is the D sharp again. You typically throw that in there and make it a C-shaped chord, but just starting on the D sharp. But because they're lowering this D sharp to that D natural, which would be in this case a C double sharp, I think. You're making it a D sharp major 7, because this distance from here to here is a major 7th. That gives it that weird, gives it that weird, nice, pleasant sound because of this distance and how these two notes sound together because they're super close to each other. D sharp and C double sharp. Even though when you see it, they're actually kind of far apart, but when you see them close, on paper, you can write it as them being super close, so you can give them some more distance, and it'll still have that tension in there because it doesn't rub right, even though with the rest of the notes it sounds pretty nice all together. So it's having that be added, and you're adding this to, yes, the 6th fret on the E string. Whoop. Which would be D sharp major 7 with what note is this? The A sharp. No, the A sharp is already part of the chord. Yeah, that's the 5th. So it's just a D sharp major 7. Okay. Alright. Or if we wanna, think of it differently, we can have it be an E flat major 7. Whoops. It's a bit of a stretch right there. Let me show you how it looks like right there. That's what it looks like. It's a bit of a stretch from that angle, from this angle, from every angle. You want to see it. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so that's what comes afterwards. Remember that, the big stretch, okay? But we can easily omit certain notes to make the fingering a lot better. Make it a lot easier, okay? So, So that's the verse, right? It sounds pretty nice. And I feel the time's a wasted go. So where you going till tomorrow? And so where you going for tomorrow? And, come on, where's the rest of the lyric? Oh wait, it doesn't even go to it. It goes straight into the. Oh frick! I don't even know this song. Man, what am I doing here? All right, guys, live stream's over. I'm done. Just kidding. Okay, so let's just work on the verse parts because in this part, this website that I'm looking at, it's not showing like any individual notes for plucking the chords, like we know the introduction and the pre-chorus part has. Okay, so let's just work on the chords, I guess. And I feel the time's a wasted go. So would you even care? Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going when the mask? Come on. With the mask I found. And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Will she stand alone? Alright, let's go to the chorus. When the dogs to find her that time. No, that doesn't sound right. We can raise this up. That's right. When the dogs find her, got time to wait for tomorrow. Alright. This might not be accurate now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's go to somewhere else. Alrighty, let's keep scrolling. Alright. Okay. Oh, these chords are sounds a lot more accurate, right? Tomorrow, where you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her, when they smell the love. Sounds cool. Let's go to the chorus. Ooh, this is different. Okay, so this is going from the G to the F to the C over E. You know, the C with the E as the root, or as the the bass note. Excuse me, the bass note. Don't hate on me, guys. The E flat to the D to the G, back to the F, and then repeat. Oh yeah, okay. So it's. Okay, that makes sense, right? Kind of. And the dogs to find her. Got time to wait for tomorrow. The dogs to find her. Got time to wait for. That D part's not. I'm not really getting a good understanding of that. The D part, I guess. So, this is what I'm thinking. I might omit the D, or whatever, the website was listing as the D here. So yeah. But, I mean, it's sounding okay. Not bad for the first time trying this out. Let's try it one more time. The dogs to find her. Got time to wait for tomorrow. Cool. Alright, so now let's get down let's look at the introduction, because it's killing me that I don't know it. Alright. Okie doke. Alright, throw me a solid internet. So would you even care? What's that Alright, come on. I don't want to pay. Alright. So this is a little note written by the author of this. This is an accurate version we used to play in my guitar class. Alright, cool. That's nice. Alright. So it goes. Cool. That was neat. And I feel so much depends on the weather. Yo, I already messed it up. And I feel so much depends on the weather. So would you even for tomorrow? And I see. Whoops. And these are miles to go. So would Alright, so that's that part. Okay, so it says here, this part is this. Tomorrow. Alright, okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, let's try to piece it all together and interpret it the way we can really quick. Okay, super hasty. Okay, so the last 12 minutes that I want to do on this stream. Okay, we're gonna try to play this. And I feel where to put tomorrow when I leave, and then the night will go. Would you even care? How do you feel it? As you feel it, when you're going for tomorrow, where are you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her, when she smelled the love, when the dogs defend her, got time to wait for tomorrow, to find it, when the dogs defend her, got time to wait for tomorrow, to find it, to find it, to find it. Where you going for tomorrow? Alright, that's super cool. Dude, I love this song. Alright, why I feel happy? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you viewers are happy, but I mean, this is really neat. So let's break down a little bit of that intro part, the intro bit. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm using these two fingers. Okay, the third and the fourth finger. I'm putting them on the D and the G. All right, and I'm also strumming that G as well, the open G. So it makes the last bit of a G chord. We're using the two fingers. Okay. So you play that twice. Alright, play that twice. And then you strum into this bit, which is E flat 7. E flat 7. That should be that chord. It should be that chord. I mean, it's whatever. Without the E flat and the bass. Okay. So you play that. You're gonna have your this note, which is the B flat. This D flat, B flat, D flat, and the G. So you're gonna do a nice strum into it. And then here, this next part, it was listing that you're also including the B flat, but it doesn't really sound too well because of this. Excuse me, because of this interval. This interval doesn't sound right, and so that's why I don't think that's probably it. But this does sound right. Because it's the G again. Makes sense, right? Okay, so once again, we have this bit right here, the G octaves and the D, then the B flats, D flats, G, and the open G again. This time this is the C, C and G. You do a nice strum into it. Excuse me, not nice strum into it. You do two strokes, two strums, and then you let everything go except for the G. The G is the nice strum, okay? So it's the two strokes, two strums I mean, and a nice strum, and then another two strums and a nice strum. And then if you want to be cool, you do that little chromatic passing note thing right here. But you do that as part of strumming all the rest of the notes with it. So you're going to keep your pinky there, because I mean you're going to want to have it ready for the next bit, the ending bit, when you're going to end here. So you're just passing chromatically. Yeah, that's cool, right? I think it's cool. All right. The guys who wrote this were definitely inspired guys. Okay. So it's so that was fun. All right, let's keep trying it. Perfect, right? That's good. Yeah, what is it? Look at these lyrics. In which case the lyrics aren't here. Oh no. Dang. What have I gotten myself into? Alright. Okie doke. Okay. And I feel the time's a wasted go. So where you going for tomorrow when I see a diesel lies to come? So would you even care? And I feel it. As you feel it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going when the master found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. When to smell the love. When the dogs to find her. Got time to wait for tomorrow. To find it, to find it, to find it. To find it, to find it. Wait, let's go to the next bit of lyric. Alright, cool. Well, that's okay. Well, that's it. Alright, we'll practice that. Maybe I'll make another video showing how the rest of it sounds. And yeah, but that was super fun. Hey, you think I can play that on ukulele? I have a ukulele here. Oh, you can barely hear it. At least I think you can barely hear it. What is the E flat? This is the E flat. So where you going for tomorrow? No wait, this is the E, right? E flat, E flat major 7. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. When to smell the love. When the dogs to find her. Got time to wait for tomorrow. To find it, to find it, to find it. Still not sounding right. Why not? Why not? Oh well. But it's another case. Maybe in the next stream we'll have another chance to play this, maybe on a different instrument, maybe on the ukulele. Who knows? Because the ukulele is definitely a lot more convenient and portable than the guitar. Sometimes you gotta you gotta make sure your guitar is safe. Whereas with the ukulele, you can set it down anywhere and not have to worry about it too much. Okay, well everybody, that was it. Thanks for tuning into the stream, those of you who watched. And next, I think Wednesday, we'll have another stream. We'll have part 2 of learning some Stone Temple Pilots, this time on ukulele. Just for kicks and giggles, that's what we like to do on the channel. So please remember to click like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and that's it. We're off. Have a good one, everybody. Stop the stream. Let's stop the stream.